Hi, I'm Kafi Bina. I'm a Nigerian and a medical student in a Chinese medical school. Uh, some time ago, I used to get a lot of questions about medicine in China. So I have decided to make these videos to answer those questions. Let's talk about medicine in China. Okay, so first of all, medicine in China is 6 years. Don't let nobody tell you it's 5 years or 4 years. Medicine in China is 6 years. So this is how it happens. In the first year, you're going to be doing basic medical sciences like your medical physics, mathematics, chemistry, and all of those. And then from your second year, you start anatomy, physiology, and so on and so forth. Now, when you get to your fifth year, second semester, then you start your clinical rotation. So you have a period of 1 year, 6 months to complete your clinical rotation. So what that basically means is that from your first year to your fifth year, first semester, you're going to be doing a lot of theory, practicals, and then hospital practicals sometimes because you'll be going to hospital sometime to see cases that are related to the topics you have done. Okay, then after that, you now start your clinical rotation proper. So during the time for clinical rotation, they give you three options. The first option is for you to go to whatever country of your choice, pick a hospital, and start your clinical rotation there. Or you do all of it in China. Now, in my school, they give a third option, which is you spend 6 months in China in the school's affiliated hospital, and then the remaining 1 year you do it in whatever hospital of your choice in any country, and you return to China, you return back to school, you write an exam, a graduation exam, and then you graduate. Okay, so about accommodation, every school in China has a dormitory, so you are expected to stay in the dormitory when you first come to China. And then some schools give you conditions like after a year you're free to move out and rent your own apartment. Some other schools will tell you after 2 years you can rent an apartment. But there are schools who tell you that you can't move out of the dormitory. You need to stay in the dormitory till you graduate. Okay, so about accommodation, this is how it is. And then accommodation is relatively cheap if you're living in the dormitory. So it ranges from about $600 to $1,200 depending on the condition of the room, whether you want a single room or you want to be in a double room. Most schools have double rooms, so if you want to be in a double room, and some schools also have the apartments that look like a hotel, and so those ones are more expensive, but averagely you should get rooms for about $600, and the highest, let me see the highest because some schools could go higher, so you could get as high as $1,200, which might be enough to rent an apartment. About traveling during holidays, yeah, so during the holiday you can go back home or you can travel to whatever country you want to travel to. That's up to you, because but during the holiday the dormitories are normally open, so those who do not travel or who are not interested in going anywhere, they just want to stay back, relax and enjoy themselves, yeah, the dormitories are always open. They don't close them because you rent the dorm to stay for a full year, so there's no time at which the dormitories are closed. How much do I need to live averagely in China? Okay, you need averagely $150. You can live on $150 monthly in China. Food is relatively cheap. You can get food from like $2, $3. Sometimes in some places you can get $1, but then the price depends on the city you're in. If it's an expensive city, then your food could get up to $3, between $2 to $3. For cities that are very cheap, you could get food between $1 and $2. Yeah, and then for those who like to prepare their own food, of course, things are cheap. Foodstuffs are everywhere in China, and for those who like burgers and all those, you have Burger King, you have McDonald's, you have Wally's, you have all of that. Food is not really a problem in China. Chinese people don't cook a lot, so they prefer to buy, and so that's why you find a lot of cafeterias. The truth is this: not many Chinese speak English, so you will have to learn Chinese. Maybe you may not be perfect in Chinese, but you should be able to learn the basic Chinese needed to make normal conversations like how are you, how much is this, oh I'm going to this place, I want to buy this. All those basic conversations, you should be able to know them in China. With that, I think you're good to go. Your classes are being taught in English, so you don't really need Chinese in those classes. Nevertheless, you'll be taught Chinese in school. It's compulsory. You have to pass Chinese to be able to graduate. Okay? Yeah. But I don't think it's a big deal. Almost everyone who schooled in China passed Chinese exams. Okay, so you remember when I said we get to choose how we do our clinical rotation? I decided to go with the third option, which means I'm going to be doing 6 months in China, and then with time I'll find a place to do the remaining 1 year. So I think I'll be uploading videos of my days spent in the hospital, so that you get to see how medicine is in China, or you get to see how clinical rotation is in China. And with this, I think I've come to the end of this video. Hoping to see you next time. Bye.